Hi everyone, welcome back. It's my weekly video, starting out small, trying to figure out where I'm going from here. As the title suggests for this video, it's prompts provided by ... So, haven't really talked about what's with the prompts that I'm doing with these videos so far, so I'm gonna get into that today, as well as the 3 colors that were chosen by my husband, and let's get to it. So, just to start off with, we have Williams Blue, or originally it was called Williams Purple, but it's Williams Royal Blue, to be specific, in the center. Pinkest peak at top, and I believe the bottom one is one of my PR 102s. I can't remember which one it is off the top of my head, but that one is the semi-opaque one that I have. And the prompt for this one is actually horse and carriage through the town. Started thinking, and I've been watching a lot of older cartoons because of Disney Plus, and so pulling some inspiration from there. Kind of wanted to see like what was coming out of my mind, so like this is just my initial sketching phase, but I think I just wanted to get right into the image because I grew very impatient with this one because the image in my head was like very much there. And I just wanted to continue going with it and just going with the flow. The interesting thing about this 3 combination is that I was pleasantly surprised of the range I got out of these 3 colors. However, I did have to rely on the inks a little bit more on certain places in certain things, but for the majority of it, I kind of wanted to make it look like it was like a comic book page, because I did draw a horse, I did draw a carriage, I didn't draw a town, but I basically made it look like it was like they were going into a town, and the last leg of it, the horse is a little bit on the scared side. What the fun thing about this image was just the story that I got to tell in it. But this leads to what I was talking about with the title, prompts provided by. So this prompt was actually the horse and carriage through the town was provided by the same person who chose the 3 paints, which is my husband, obviously. He wanted to do it because he wanted to see what I would do with a horse and a carriage, and I think he was imagining me actually drawing a normal horse in a carriage through a town, wanting to see what I would actually draw with that. And me being me, I did not do that at all. I didn't even. I made a humanoid horse that was literally pulling a carriage, like a taxi service. And he gets scared of a mouse and flies onto a pole, breaking the things that he was using to hold all of the luggage on the top, and what was being held on him for the pulling of everything. And yes, if you actually look closely at this, I will, and I've posted pictures on Instagram, and they may be on Facebook as well, but mostly Instagram is where you'll find them. There are owls inside the carriage. Yes, owls are inside the carriage, and the horse got scared of a rodent that looks similar to a mouse. So, long story short, the owls could have taken care of it, but the horse was just too dang scared. Anyways, so getting into prompts provided by, like what the actual thing is. For the past, like, well, maybe for a lot of COVID quarantine situation, I have had numerous mental health things that I've been trying to make sure that I avoid, make sure that I don't get hung up on certain things. And so this prompt and getting back into the videos, I think, is basically what I'm trying to do to help. But I wasn't quite sure what to do for the videos. So all these prompts are actually prompts specifically designed so that I could have something for the videos for you. But since I was having not necessarily an art block, but more or less just basically having a hard time figuring out what to do for every single week, I decided to let someone else actually do the work for me in that regard so that I could actually kind of focus on other things like getting work coming in for money and monetary stuff. And COVID has not been the easiest thing to make money for me. I had a lot of events that I had planned on prior to COVID breaking out, and they were all canceled by the time the first month had hit, and I had nothing to recuperate. So not a very good thing for me, but a lot of my friends got into the same boat, and a lot of them basically found other work, or they found things that they could do while they were being quarantined, that sort of deal. But I just wanted to make sure that I had income coming in. And because of these stresses and worries of where my income was coming from, stuff like that, yeah, I'm having a hard time figuring out what to draw every day, because it seems some days it seems a little bit darker than others. Other times it seems brighter. So in any case, regardless of what you think of what I'm talking about, these prompts are a way for me to get out of my own head and allow someone else to help me do work that I should be doing myself. However, making sure that I can actually, think about the process that I normally do and make sure that I'm doing what I need to do. So that's how I take prompts from other people. I'm just throwing that out there. You don't have to take prompts from other people, but if you need a good prompt generator or anything like that, just Google search. There's tons of them now. There are other things that you can do. You can just basically do like a whole bunch of things now to find prompts for art and creativity projects. Pinterest, I know, is one that a lot of people have been showing me prompts from there. Draw this in your style prompts on Instagram and other places. I believe TikTok has some of them now. I'm not sure. I'm not on that platform. A lot of people said that I should switch over to that platform, but I will be realistic. I barely understand certain social media aspects, so I'm gonna stick with what I have right now for the moment. Anyway, getting into the combination of these colors. First, I wanted to just point out that the rat, the rat or the mouse looking like thing, I originally had drawn this character as pink, and then I realized that would be very unnatural for a mouse to be pink, just bright pink. So instead, I just put some of Williams Royal Blue over the entire thing. And because of everything the way that the picture was, I decided that I was going to do a wash layer underneath all of the stuff that I was going to do for the background images. Dealing with the like behind the poles, like the far background type deal. So I tried my best to not get the character, the horse character, as like a big, big to do hullabaloo. Like with the sky and everything like that, I just tried to do the background as best as I could, and provide like just that underlying like thing, like the lighting and stuff, like hitting everything and how it would reflect in there when I laid the color that I needed to lay down for everything else. The one good thing is the background, even though it took up a lot of thing in the focal point, is at the bottom of the page, I hope. That's where your eye is drawn. If not, again, I am getting back into drawing things for video, and sometimes I know I'm going to have a miss, and sometimes going to have a hit. It doesn't matter. These prompts are not made by my mind, so they're basically going to be what they're going to be. But for the most part, I used a lot of the Pinkest Pink and Williams Royal Blue at the very beginning because I want to kind of make sure that I set that color theme and scheme up from the sky and trying to make sure. Now the beautiful thing is both those colors with the Pinkest Pink and the Williams Royal Blue mixed together made this really awesome bright purple that is like crayon purple. Like I haven't been able to get a true purple except for ultramarine purple as one of the pigments that I've been able to get. The good thing about it is ultramarine purple. It is a purple, but the one I got is a little bit more blue than it is purple, and not entirely like 100% on board with the tone of it. Sometimes purple for me is a really great addition to a palette. Other times it's just a really weird thing for me to see, and I don't really like the image that I use the purple on. It just really depends on the subject matter for me for when I use purple. It's not that I dislike purple, it's just purple can be a lot for many different people, and for me it is quite a lot. Yeah, it's quite a lot. And I say this, and I remember that one of my grandmothers, she is passed away, so like if she ever heard me saying that, yeah, her favorite color was purple, so I would be kind of being asked like why I don't like purple. So anyway, but anyhow, with this image, I am now on the horse and the horse character. I did some funky thing. I grew up around horses at very young age. I had horses around me, and then they were taken away, and then horses were brought back later as an adult for me. Their feet really move sometimes in very vastly different ways than a human. So like I tried to show that in this image, because they can have a different setup of their foot movement, also how their body language as a humanoid, for me is what I wanted to show. I thought about this, like how would a horse be more human like what it would be, and like I just picture this male horse and their abdomen, like their chest area, basically what we would consider our rib cage, their rib cage, vastly different things, are very, very different shapes. So I picture like this enormous like broad shoulder being that has like this really tiny stomach area before it gets to the waist, which kind of bulges out even more. And so when I was doing the sketching for that, I also picture them like a good, like maybe the minimum that you would actually see them standing on two legs would probably be like 8 foot, or maybe 9 foot if they were standing on two legs. But I mean, I decided to draw them that way because, well, yeah, okay. But we're at the end. So. All right, here is the wonderful thing right here. Yeah. So just if you haven't seen over on Instagram, I really do like on how this turned out. I really love the rodent. I don't know why. I really love this rodent guy. If I can fit him into some other prompts, I think I will. I say him, but I'm not sure if it's a boy or a girl. And at another point, we'll figure that out. But until then, he'll continue scaring Mr. Horse. And thank you for listening to me. If you like this type of content, give me a thumbs up and a subscribe. And if you want to get notified, hit the little bell. Anyways, Have a great rest of your day. Have a great week coming up, and I hope no one gets too much of a turkey coma. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.